keyboard. Now, while I have this in front of me here, I'm going to point out that the keyboard, as I complain about in a lot of my videos, the keyboard is unfortunately a French-English keyboard. So as you can see here, they've shrunk the left shift key. They've put this extra key here, and all over the keyboard you have some different kind of different icons for the French-English keyboard. This is something I really dislike. I strongly wish Samsung would sell just a straight English version for people in Canada that do not need to type in French. I really dislike the shrunken shift key because as a touch typist, it really screws me up. So that is kind of troublesome. It's not going to be a big deal if you're watching this in a different part of the world or if you're in the US, because I'm sure Samsung won't do that. But if you're in Canada, it is something to be aware of. Now, it has this really large touchpad down here. And this touchpad has a couple of different multi-touch gestures. I know that there's 2-touch and there's probably 3-touch. I'll cover that in my review video, but I'm hoping that this is going to be a really nice responsive trackpad. There's a lot of laptops that just have awful trackpads, and I'm really hoping that Samsung paid some close attention to that particular trackpad. Now, the battery life on it, so it's a 6-cell battery, and it has a 40 watt-hour battery. Now, you hear me shuffling some paperwork here. I printed out the spec sheets for the US and the Canadian version, and it's kind of weird because they have some different information about the battery life. And here is what is kind of confusing. On the battery life for the US version, let me just see here if I can find this. Sorry, I should have had this ready to go. Here we go. So there's 2 different versions, okay, in the US. Samsung has a Core i3 version for $11.99, and then they have the Core i5 version for $16.49 in the US. What's kind of interesting is that the cheaper version only has a 4-cell battery that's 5,680 milliamps, but the more expensive version is actually a 6-cell, 6,300 milliamp battery. Now, I'm going to assume that this version from Samsung Canada has that larger battery because, of course, this is the $2,400 configuration. So, but again, their Samsung Canada spec sheets don't actually go into any detail. So, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to hit the old power button here. We're going to see if we have power. Yes, we do. I see a little blue light. Now, this initial boot should probably not be considered normal because I'm going to guess that this thing is probably going to go through its complete startup configuration. In tests, I've seen this laptop boot up in like kind of 20 seconds or under. So the SSD gives you fantastic boot time, which is excellent. And oh, I take it back. It looks like maybe the people who sent this to me. Whoa, those are some pretty loud speakers. So not bad for tiny 3-watt speakers. At any rate, the whole thing is booted up here. Now, Samsung claims a screen brightness. I want to say it's like 400 nits or something like that. Yeah, it's 400 nit brightness. They call this a Super Bright Plus screen. And they say that it's 100% brighter than the standard 13-inch notebook display. I don't exactly know how they calculate those numbers, but basically, okay, so it looks like I need to do function brightness. There we go. So that's at the full brightness. I'm gonna dim this all the way down here. So that's basically at minimum brightness, and it is definitely not very bright at all. And then I'm gonna bump up the display here, and we'll see it at full brightness. I'm going to click on Stay Unprotected on Norton. Boy, it sounds like I'm talking about safe sex. That's kind of scary. Yeah, so here's the display on the unit. Now, I'm going to have to check this out under less than glaring light. The display definitely looks nice. It doesn't look like it's 100% brighter. I mean, 100% brighter is twice as bright as any other, an average 13-inch notebook. This doesn't strike me as being twice as bright, but I guess we will kind of have to see. So, boy, here we go. We're running at about 20 minutes here. this is my unboxing and first impressions video. Obviously, there's going to be, I'm going to run this thing through a battery of tests. I'm going to check out the battery life. I'm going to, run PC Mark Vantage on this. I'm going to check out everything I can related to performance. But I'm really keen to see if this particular notebook would be something that would replace the MacBook Air that I purchased and then returned, because I'm really interested in something that is thin and light, has excellent battery life, but also has really strong performance. And with this thing having the Core i5 CPU in it, even though it is the low voltage version, it should have excellent performance. And before I go, I might as well just we'll do a quick test here. We'll just we'll shut the lid and we'll make sure that it's sleeping. Yeah, it's probably sleeping by now. We'll flip open the lid and we'll see how quick it resumes. A second now. Come on, resume. Ooh, demo fail. All right, so I don't know why that didn't resume properly, or maybe it didn't go to sleep properly. But yeah, that was a bit of a demo fail. So I'll have to take a look at it and see if something kind of funky went wrong. Maybe Windows was still booting in the background and that's why it didn't go to sleep. But at any rate, this has been Jason Dunn from Laptop Thoughts. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please post questions or comments if you have them. I'm going to have this product for roughly 2 weeks, so I'm going to try to get all the testing done that I can before I have to ship it back to the nice people at Samsung that sent it to me. Please, subscribe to our channel, give this video a thumbs up, and check out the ads in and around this video. When you do that, you help support the work that I do, and you allow me to create more videos. So thanks a lot for watching.